Welcome back. You're with Newsday. Australia will strengthen its capabilities under a new defence agreement worth $1.7 billion. The government will buy 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the US, which can attack land targets from 1,500 kilometres away, alongside 60 anti-radiation guided missiles. Joining us live with more analysis is Professor Peter Dean, Director of Foreign Policy and Defence at the United States Studies Centre. Peter, just explain for us the jump up in terms of capability that these missiles will bring to Australia in terms of our strike capability.
Well, Tomahawk is a really important part of the military arsenal that the United States has deployed. And in fact, it's the United States and the United Kingdom are the only two countries so far, so we'll be the third country to develop this capability. And as it notes, it's a very long-range strike capability, out to 1,500 kilometres. These are being purchased to be equipped into our air warfare destroyers, who are fitted with a US Aegis combat system, and the vertical launch cells, which can take, as we're seeing in the vision here, the long-range Tomahawk missiles to be able to do those strike packages. This package also includes radiation missiles, as you said, for our Growler electronic warfare aircraft and our F-35 aircraft. They are critical to suppress any adversary's radar facilities that can be able to detect things in the air or at sea on the ground. And of course, there's the Spike missiles that will equip Army for our anti-tank services. So this is fundamentally a core part of what the DSR, the Defence Strategic Review, is driving at in terms of acquiring greater long-range strike. And that was one of the priorities that the government identified out of the DSR. And as you see, they're moving quite quickly here in acquiring these high-level capabilities.
So to be very clear here, though, Peter, I mean, China already has this capability, doesn't it, to strike Australian land if it wanted to?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, China is a very sophisticated military capability system that it has within its defence forces. It has very long-range strike capabilities through its missiles. That's missiles equipped on its air force, its long-range bombers. It's from its ships as well at sea, but also it has ballistic missiles, the very long-range DF-21s and DF-26s, which can reach out and strike to the northern parts of Australia. And a lot of the Chinese capabilities, if they are launched off platforms such as the artificial islands that they've created in the South China Sea, could range into the northern part of Australia. So this is a fundamentally core part of Australia's strategy that it's announced within the Defence Department of being able to hold any adversary at risk in Australia's northern approaches. And equipping our ships with these long-range Tomahawk missiles is the first step in fundamentally building a more anti-access area denial capability for the Australian ADF to be able to provide for more sovereign capability and to strengthen our defences in a time of what we know is really heightened tensions in the Indo-Pacific, increased great power competition. And we've seen fundamental moves on this from the Japanese as well in their investment in counter-strike capabilities. So this is a direction that the United States and its allies are moving in the region to bolster deterrence and to help maintain that strategic balance of power.